Tim, and welcome to Watch You Want. Thanks for logging on. Today, we're looking at the Hublot Big Bang Aero Bang all black 44mm ceramic. Now, true to its name, it is all black. It's also remarkably rare. As one of only 500 made, this watch takes multiple threads of Hublot history, starting with some of its original innovations from 1980, adds the Big Bang era extrovert size, machine expressions of case forms, upgraded materials that are distinctly 21st century, and then it adds the Aero Bang's unique twist, and I'm going to get into that in a minute. So let's take a look at how all these layers of Hublot innovation add up to the style leader's ceramic Aero Bang Big Bang right here. Okay, so the bottom line is Hublot started out as MDM Geneva in 1980. Carlo Crocco, actually an Italian, came to Geneva, started his own company, and his notable innovation that really became one of the most influential of the modern luxury watch era was the combination of a precious metal case and bezel with a natural rubber strap. Rubber, which was considered to be a base material, was almost scandalous in combination with that gold case. But not only did Crocco make it work, but he found a clientele that amounted to a who's who of royalty, professional sports, and entertainment. And Hublot largely subsisted on that first surge of notoriety for about 24 years. But it was flagging by 2004. Everyone who had scoffed at that initial styling innovation pretty much copped Hublot's act by 2004, and they needed a second act. Enter Jean-Claude Biver, the man who was known for building up Blancpain from the ashes of bankruptcy, who had helped Omega win its groove back with high-end celebrity ambassadors, innovations like the coaxial movement, the Bond era of Seamasters, and he reinvigorated Hublot with the Big Bang in 2005. And the Big Bang took everything that was essential about the original MDM Geneva Hublot meaning porthole, took that concept of materials fusion to the next level, and created a sort of layered case with expressive machine design ethic, called it the Big Bang, and Hublot surged on that till the late 2000s. The next logical step was to express the machine within, not just in the forms of the case, but literally through the dial, and the skeletonization, the Aero Bang, came to be as a result of bringing the machine from the outside, from the inside out, basically expressing that movement, that automatic chronograph that defined the Big Bang series, and making it a part of the exterior style, and that's exactly what you get with the Aero Bang. And then that final evolution was the combination of Hublot's traditional materials fusion ethic with a new material, ceramic. So let's talk a little bit about ceramic and what that brings to the table. Now, the black watch look started in the late 90s with the Audemars Piguet End of Days and the PVD Panerai Luminor models. The problem was PVD was extremely scratch prone, and when you got a scratch on a PVD, physical vapor deposit watch, you immediately saw shiny metal through it, so it was kind of a sword of Damocles situation. An awesome look, but immediately became completely vile the second you get a scratch. It's like Jerry Seinfeld's old joke about your human hair. You spend so much time and energy and money on your hairdo, and the second a single thread of hair falls off, it becomes the most vile, repulsive thing imaginable. If you find it on your shirt, in your soup, in your food. The bottom line is that's kind of how old PVD black watches were until ceramic. It's an inorganic metallic-based compound, but unlike metal, it's almost as hard as a sapphire crystal itself, nearly completely indelible, scratch-proof and scuff-proof. It makes the bezel and the case of this Hublot Big Bang Aero Bang all black just as tough as that sapphire itself. Now, you hardly ever see a scratched sapphire crystal on a well-cared-for watch. Realistically, short of diamond, there's nothing that can reliably scratch either the sapphire or the ceramic. And this Big Bang Aero Bang all black presents exactly as you would expect a ceramic watch to. It still looks new. Though purchased in 2008, there isn't a single scratch on this bezel or case. Everything about it holds up, and ceramic largely delivers on its promise of creating, for all practical intents and purposes, in the hands of a responsible collector, a scratch-proof watch. So there's a lot of materials fusion here. You've got that ceramic, the latest layer of technological innovation, combined with Hublot's signature H-shaped titanium bezel and case bolts for a nice color contrast, but also a nice materials combo. You've got these composite flanks, these inserts on the side, as well as the bezel gasket itself, made of a polymer composite that's very durable and matches the all-black color key of the case, the strap, and the dial. And then finally, you've got that traditional Hublot natural rubber strap. So from the ceramic to the titanium to the composite to the rubber, we've retraced 30-plus years of Hublot history. And this watch is an outstanding companion for an average-sized wrist. If you like the big watch look, I find that these 44mm traditional Big Bangs, which are, I should mention, 1 millimeter smaller than the current classic Fusion range, these are the best companions if you have a smaller to average-sized wrist, but you like the Hublot concept, you like the Hublot style. This is the option for you. Now you can see on my wrist, which is 6 1/3 inches, 16 centimeters, this watch wears very comfortably. Thanks to that gorgeous, highly pliant and supple natural rubber strap, there's really a seamless continuity from the bezel flanks all the way down to the strap. One melds into the other, and because it is such a supple and pliant piece, it feels very natural against the skin. There's no cramping, there's no chafing. It feels very smooth, and that's what you get with latex. There are a lot of watches, even in the luxury sector, that use butyl, basically a fake rubber. It's like what you find on your tire, or silicone, not silicon, but silicone, which is like a gummy material that they make, like cheap boat shoes out of. This is latex, natural rubber. Definitely not the cheap way to go, but it is the right way to go. It's said that back in 1980, when Hublot first developed that natural latex strap, they spent something like $1 million and 2.5 years developing it. So don't underestimate the difficulty of executing every aspect of this watch, not just the ceramic case itself, but the strap. There's a reason why you don't see too many natural rubber straps in the high-end sector, and one of the reasons is companies just cheap out. Now, this watch, in addition to being comfortable, is downright practical. You might say, it's all black, I can barely see it. But the bottom line is, in person, it reads far more legibly than it does over the iPhone. I can tell you that it does have a single-sided anti-reflective coating under the crystal, so you don't have to worry about the scratches on the outside, but you can sort of see from this angle just how legible the hands themselves are. Now, the indexes, I'm not going to lie, they get a little bit washed out by that jet black, blacked out, murdered out look. But what you do see are the hands quite clearly, so it's kind of like reading a Movado museum watch or a very traditional no-index dress watch, in that if you're an experienced luxury watch wearer, you pretty much know where the hours are supposed to be on the dial. You're going to find this very intuitive. You're going to find that the combination of the ability to read the position of the hands and that murdered out look creates a fantastic, dramatic, I would even say scene-stealing combo. Alongside, your run-of-the-mill Breitling, Omega, and Rolex shop tools that just about every office in America features in abundance, this watch is going to be a real standout. And because it is all black, it's one of the few Hublots that you might be able to pull off with business attire. Really, this one doesn't jump out so much as it just has a latent power to it. It's expressive, it's impressive, but it's not necessarily outlandish because it is black, it is matte, it's not a ball of chrome, it's not going to blind you with its flash. And as a chronograph, it's got a fun and useful complication with a great tech factor. Automatic, this is a set-it-and-forget-it wrist companion. See this Hublot Big Bang Aero Bang all black on our website, Watch You Want, with 100% complete Hublot boutique boxes, manuals, and documents of provenance. I'm confident that if you want a comfortable, innovative, modern sports watch, this Hublot Big Bang Aero Bang all black ceramic may be just the watch you want.